Hi guys, hope all is well. Just coming up to 12:30 here in London. It's swelteringly hot outside today. End of month itis perhaps in the markets. A bit of an unwind of this dollar weakness that we've seen. You've got euro dollar just coming under a bit of pressure. Moved really nicely, it has to be said. Came to this sort of area of support, broke a previously multi-tested area of support. That then turns resistance. And we're now down to, I would say, what's a pretty key zone here. The bulls will want to defend this, I would say. And if not, then you are going to get that drift down towards the pivot, and it could actually be a pretty big day for the dollar. On the pivot, you have yesterday's original high, which was a double top here from also Wednesday. So that's going to be a key level as well. That the bulls will want to defend, but yeah, bit of support coming in now for the euro in a market that's behaved quite well. You aren't necessarily seeing that dollar strength come into the pound though, however, which is on course for its 11th up day in a row. Levels to the downside, obviously this area of support, but also yesterday's highs would be the two sort of pullback points which I would be happy to look for some longs. But like I said, end of month you might maybe see a bit of a pullback, I don't know, maybe into the sort of 4 p.m. London fix for example. Moving over to equities, obviously last night incredible earnings from the big tech companies, and we saw the rally obviously push higher in the Nasdaq extremely well. The S&P doing the same. We are starting to develop a bit of a trend. I'd keep an eye on that. You can see us getting squeezed in. The pivot looks a nice level with yesterday's pre-earnings high. Below there, then it could come down to that all-important 32.30 level, and that's the one I'd be keeping an eye on. We'll go on to that for the reason why in a moment. But also to the upside, break of this trend, then you're looking at some of those highs from the week. Which were not for the week from last week on the 23rd. Why do I say 32.30 is important? Well, you can see on the daily chart just the significance around this area, and it would be a good push to sort of guarantee the maybe another month, or not guarantee, maybe to give another month of gains the sort of acceleration it needs to confirm a break above that. Below, then suddenly you can see on the week it wouldn't look all too well, would it? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks failing to get above that level, you then start to see maybe a bit of a drift lower as well. But we'll have to hold out and see for that. The Nasdaq, as mentioned, obviously pushed on, massively well last night. Decent push. And you can see it's just range bound today. Keep an eye on those highs. Obviously there's talk of the bill, whether that's going to get passed or not as well, which is probably just holding things back, I would say, because you've got everything else priced in a touch. But I would also say the bill not getting passed is, at the moment, is also priced in. So I wouldn't be surprised to see not too much movement, but the top end of the Nasdaq is just this range high from the 21st and 23rd. The pivot looks like a good enough place as well. If we do drift down, that the buyers are going to want to potentially look to get in. Gold at the moment has just looked to have sort of broken this trend from the morning. You said we had a little false break, we then broke it. The R1 looks nice, a good level. If this dollar strength coming in, if that accelerates elsewhere, you might start to see an unwind of this gold. However, I do like the idea of any pullback down towards 1978 as well. So we'd kind of welcome that. I don't necessarily think we get there though. Anyway, guys, hope you all have great weekends.